Hey everyone, it's Artea. The other day I was helping my buddy out. He needed to level up a skill line for a new PvP build that he wanted to try out, so I grouped up with him to farm some XP. A few moments into our usual farming routine passed before it dawned on me. I figured, hey, I should make a video showcasing this XP farming route, especially since all of us are going to need to be grinding XP, what with the new CP changes. Besides the fact that this route provides a quick and efficient way to farm XP, this particular route also presents a couple neat opportunities to make a fair amount of gold. The route that I speak of is located in the public dungeon, or crest, in northern Elsewhere, and it consists of running laps around the area where you load into the dungeon. Because of how easy and painless this route is, coupled with the fact that you can make a lot of gold while grinding for XP there, I find that this is one of the best ways to grind for XP in the game. Let me give you some more details as to why that is. First and foremost, I really like how streamlined and efficient this route is. There are no load screens that you have to deal with like you do when you farm Skyreach and have to continuously port in and port out to reset the instance. You don't have to fight with other players that are messing up your route by pulling ads all over the place like you do when you farm Spellscar. I ran a couple laps around this place when there have been many other players running around in an irregular manner, pulling and killing ads in odd places with no pattern. And yet I still find that this does not disrupt the flow of farming this place. It's very easy to adjust and change your course in here if there are other players that are killing mobs ahead of you, so it never becomes a hindrance. The route itself is really simple. I'll demonstrate on the screen the path that I generally take, but again, you can definitely make adjustments if needed, like if other players are farming at the same time as you. Because ads respawn so quickly here, you never really have to worry about spending a lot of time running around without killing anything. Turn a corner anywhere in this location and you're bound to be staring at a clump of ads waiting to get dunked on. Something that I would recommend for this place is slotting a purge, or a snare removal, so that you may cleanse or remove the snare that you receive after killing the horvers and having them explode all over you. Rude little shits, eh? If you use a skill like Race Against Time or Shuffle or the Templar Ritual or Necro Purge, Warden Netch, anything like that, then you'll remove these snares and you can continue farming at a fast pace. As you may have noticed from taking a look at the map, there are several chest spawn locations in this very small area. As of recording this video, I don't think there is a more efficient chest farming route that's yet been established in northern Elsewhere. To be fair, chest routes are hard to come by in zones with a lot of elevation. So you kinda hit two birds with one stone here. You can run laps around this place and farm mobs for XP, and also farm chests for set pieces at the same time. Do recall that the set Crafty Elfique drops from northern Elsewhere, and that set sells very well because it's a very strong PvP set. I've been selling impenetrable and well-fitted Crafty Elfique gear for around 60 to 75k each on PCNA, and Crafty Elfique Inferno staves are worth a small fortune. Even your Darlock Bray and Undertaker gear is valuable, even if it's not worth selling on the guild traders. Because this gear comes in the Anaquina style, it can be deconned for a chance to get a Shimmering Sand. This is a crafting material that's needed to make Elsewhere furnishings, and as a result it sells for a fair amount. I'm currently selling my Shimmering Sands for 5 to 6k a piece. Besides potentially finding gear from all of the chests on this route, you can also receive a piece of gear from the public dungeon boss located at one end of the area. It spawns every couple of minutes, and each time it's defeated, you are guaranteed some gear from it. This guy is super slow and only really does one potentially lethal attack, so just make sure to block or dodge every time you see him wind up to smack you, and you should be alright. All public dungeons drop these little fragments, right? Collect a specific amount of them and then you can turn them into something neat, like a costume or a pet. In this specific public dungeon, if you collect 10 of the fragments that drop here, you can create a pretty neat and original looking costume. It fits that necromancer class identity pretty well, and I find that it's a popular costume during the Witches' Festival. So naturally, because the costume is very desirable, the plague-drenched fabric fragments needed to create it can sell for a lot. I like to sell them in stacks of 10 when I can, since you need 10 to create the costume, which provides a lot of convenience to the buyer. These stacks of 10 I'll sell for 500,000 gold. My friend that I'm farming with here isn't in trade guilds that are as competitive as mine, and even he can sell his plague-drenched fabrics for 35k a piece. From farming this route for about 30 minutes, we got 3 fabrics each. I was able to sell my 3 for 150k a day later. There are some things to keep in mind when deciding if this route in Orcrest is ideal for you. Something that makes Skyreach so appealing to players when it comes to grinding XP is the fact that you gain a lot of Fighters Guild experience when farming undead mobs there. So if you're still a newer player and you still need to max out that skill line for a build, Skyreach will be a better option for you. Orcrest is also located in Northern Elsewhere, so it requires that you own the Elsewhere chapter, whereas Skyreach and Spellscar are base game locations that are accessible by all players. Orcrest is my favorite place to farm for XP, especially because I can make a lot of gold while doing so. What's your favorite place? Let me know in the comments, that way others may also have the opportunity to check out other XP grinding routes, and find one that best works for them. Good luck with the XP grind. Cheers.